Welcome to the John McCallister Report, where John McCallister, top football evaluator, interviews college and high school coaches and athletes from around the country. Sit back and enjoy today's podcast.
Hello, this is John McCallister, and today, as part of the John McCallister Report, I'm going to talk about college football camps, getting ready for the camps or preparing for the camps, participation in the camps, all of that. Just what a young camper should do or a young college prospect should do. And I would tell you right away that he should pre-register. The most important thing is saves a lot of time. Pre-register. And at the very end, I would tell you that it's so important to compete and finish everything you do, every drill. So between those things, hopefully I can give you more information about how I perceive college summer football camps. So if you'll sit back and enjoy my podcast. Thank you. Hello, this is John McCallister, and today I'd like to spend some more time talking about college football summer camps. And you know, the majority of all the showcases, hopefully, and all the extra camps and rivals and all these smaller camps are over, and now you can put your concentration on, the college camps. I wouldn't mess with the other ones anymore because, you could twist an ankle, you could, separate your shoulder. You could do a lot of different things in camp, tear a hammy or things like that, and then you're done. So I would really, in the month of June, focus on the college camps. And there are a boatload. There are many of them. And the first thing you would do, and if it's not too late, it's important to pre-register. If you don't get it done this year, it's so important because the days of walking up, signing a form, and going on in are over. You have to sign medical cards. You have to sign insurance waivers. You have to fill out forms. And I had a coach tell me, a college coach that runs the camp said, sometimes it could take 20 minutes to get a camp, register. If you're pre-registered, you just walk in the line, they pull out your name, and you're all set, and boom. And I think one of the biggest, you make better use of your time, because one of the biggest reasons now is they call it rolling testing, where they'll measure you height and weight, and they may take you out and run 40s, or definitely broad jump, vertical jump, and maybe vertical jump. But they do the testing part of it during registration. And so much good use of your time. If you pre-registered, you can get all those things done. And, on those cards, some of them, they want parent signatures. And, some parents don't come to those camps. So now what do? But the easiest thing is just to pre-register. And I haven't looked that up any place. I don't know how early you have to pre-register or anything like that. But, the camps, there is some big camps coming up next week. A lot of camps that start in June 5th and June 12th. That was 2 weeks, a lot of camps. But I think pre-registration is huge. Second thing, what to bring. If you can, get a helmet. Now, you may not use it at some camps, but you may. And if you don't have one with you, sometimes you have to you have to rent one or things like that from the school and make sure you get it back. You don't take it with you. And plus, just the inconvenience of it. And then in some camps, if guys are wearing helmets and some guys aren't, the guys that aren't wearing helmets go against each other. Say if you're a really top offensive lineman, okay, or you're a really top wide receiver, and you don't have a hat, you don't have a helmet, okay, that means you have to go against a guy that doesn't have a helmet. So, then you're going to get minimal or just okay work. Or if you have a helmet, then you have to wait for another guy to have a helmet. So the very best thing is to bring a helmet with you and keep it in your car. Bring it to every camp, and you may not need it, or you may call ahead and see if helmets are required. But it's always better to be safe than sorry. And I think the other thing is to bring a tooth protector, bring a mouthpiece for protection. And a lot of kids don't do that, but I think it's important just to have that with you and use it. Especially when you're in competition, you could be like Seth Curry and keep it out until you actually play and then put it in. But I'd have a mouth protector or a mouthpiece handy with my camp, and you can put that on your helmet. The other thing is kind of I like to see, and maybe people don't discuss it, but wear one of your school logos or your school name. Wear a shirt, t-shirt, long sleeve shirt, something with your school name on it, or your school colors. Numbers or school names easier, because then when you're out and you're competing, like maybe two coaches from the same staff, the one guy says, "Hey, watch the big offensive lineman. What's he wearing? He's got an Upper Sandusky Rams shirt on." Okay, good. Then he can pick them out. Then you can identify them. Then when the coach makes notes, he may say, "Watch orange jersey, watch 52." And some places you'll get numbers, some places you'll get stick-on numbers. But if you can just wear your school colors, like when at lunchtime or when you're sitting around, the coach walks around, he'll see your jersey and say, "Hey, Upper Sandusky," huh? And then there you get to meet him. So I think it's important that you wear your colors, okay? And then of course it helps guys like me who walk around and talk to the college coaches, and I'll say, "Have you seen this guy? Well, he's wearing yellow gloves, catching gloves, or he's wearing yellow shoes today." So it's easy to identify him. And that's really important too. And with registration, I think you're all set then. When you go, then after you get registrations over and you're all set, well, you're kind of ahead of the pack. So just kind of hang around. And when college coaches walk around, maybe say hi to them or introduce yourself to them. Don't slobber on them. Don't do that. But just introduce yourself, who you are, what school you're from, your position, and your class. And I don't think you have to go into much more detail than that. But I would encourage you to say something, because a lot of a lot of prospects don't talk as much as they should. Okay? Don't talk as much. And so I think it's important to meet the coaches. And then you may see him later. And then especially at Ohio State, when you line up, they're all there. Okay. I think we're ready to go to camp now. When I come down here, coaches wander around, speak to them. I have that. Now, the warm-ups. Take the warm-ups seriously. Take the warm-ups and when you bend and you stretch and walking up back and forth, and you do the different stretch on your legs and things like that. Take that serious, and always balance. I work on balance. Take it serious, because there are guys like me and good coaches will watch and see what kind of balance you have. Now, they may be looking at a certain lineman. They'll say, "I wonder what his balance is." Well, if you're messing around, that's not going to happen. And they're going to be concerned about that. And I think it's a big concern. Now, it sounds little, but you know how little things build big things. And so you go there. Okay, I think you're ready to get going now. And what I would tell you when you're warming up and you're from then on, once that whistle blows, I mean, you have to hustle. You have to hurry. You have to compete, and you have to really, really work hard because this is your show. This is your show. And the very first thing I would tell you is finish the drill. Finish the agility drill. Finish the pass drill. Finish the lines drill. Every drill you do, position-specific agility drills, stretch drills, finish the drill. When you do the Pro Shuttle, finish the drill. Touch the lines. Do those things. Do those things. But it's important to compete and finish the drill. Guys watch that stuff. Guys watch that stuff. Coaches watch that stuff. I talked about the drills in every school. Just about every school camp you go to will do the Pro Shuttle, and that's 5, 10, 5. And you know, if you go right, touch with your right hand. When you go back left, touch with your left hand. If you go left first, touch with your left hand, and then you go right, touch with your right hand, and finish it. And finish it. I would tell you one more thing: don't put any weight on your hand. Don't just touch the ground. Don't put any weight on your hand. Okay? 5, 10, 5. Everybody does it. And the other drill is the L cone. A lot of people do the L cone for time. 3 cone drill. You go up 5, over 5, back 5, and back 5. And they time that. And I say the biggest thing there is, you know, they're going to tell you, I think touch with your right hand both times and go around the cone and come back. But you'll see that. I'm more concerned about the Pro Shuttle. I'm really concerned about the Pro Shuttle. Okay, let's talk about, we talked about touching the line drills, specific drills. When you go to your position specific drills, your individual drills, when you go to those, try to be in the front of the line. Try to be in the front of the line. Work to the front, especially if you're an upperclassman, top 2 grades. Junior, work to the front. Don't go clear behind. Don't go clear behind. Be in front of the drill and be a leader. If you're not an emotional guy, don't try to be, but show emotion a little bit. Don't be rah-rah if you're not a rah-rah guy. Okay? Don't be rah-rah if you're not a rah-rah guy. Just do the drill. Okay? Be in front and finish the drill. Go as hard as you can. Okay? Go as hard as you can. Okay, I broke it down here into like quarterbacks. Don't try to overthrow. Don't try to throw so hard your ball is going all over the place. Don't do that. Just throw within yourself and work on your feet and focus on what you're doing, because you're going to do a lot of footwork drills. A lot of footwork drills, in and out, in slide drills, and all those things. And you're going to do those. But keep focused on what you're doing. But don't have to overpower the ball. Just get the ball and work on your natural techniques in throwing. Okay. Running backs, run hard, bend, move your feet, keep your eyes up, and really work hard. Run hard. Try to show that burst that you have. And wide receivers, defensive backs, you guys learn to backpedal. Wide receivers, run, break down, and do those things. Offensive linemen, make sure you work on your feet. Make sure you bend. Get your butt down. And also do it hard. Run through the drill. Don't quit. Okay, don't quit on the drill. One of the most important parts of the camps are the one-on-ones. The one-on-ones. You go different ones. You go quarterbacks on defensive backs. You go running backs on linebackers. You go running backs on linebackers, and that. Let's go first with them. Running backs on linebackers. Okay, running back on linebacker. Make sure you, as a running back, that you can break it down and you know what pattern you're running. You follow the course of what pattern you're running and run it hard. Run it hard. Okay, and linebacker's got to go with you and try to knock the pass down. He's got to try to react. And then linebackers right now, they're looking for that side movement, that side, and that burst, and that quick redirect. They're looking for the burst to get, as soon as you get on that ball carrier, get on the ball carrier, get on the wide the receiver, the back coming out of the backfield, jump on those guys and take the right pursuit angles. But the biggest thing is running backs and linebackers, use your hands and compete and get after the ball. Be as aggressive as you can until they tell you to stop. Don't fight, but just be as aggressive as you can. Wide receivers, DBs, same thing. Run hard, finish the pattern, finish the cut, but compete. Compete. Defensive backs and corners, you've got to play tough. I think you play until the whistle, but you also play very hard until the whistle. Make almost to the point where they separate you. Almost to the point where they separate you. Don't fight. Don't cause the trouble. Don't get no trash talk, but just play hard because it's important. It's important that you play hard. Offensive linemen, defensive linemen. I think, sadly, this is one of the most important things that you two, O linemen and defensive linemen, can do in camp. I've told you before, I don't like the drill. I see benefits from it. The defensive linemen should win every time. But they don't, but they should. Here's what I would tell you. Linemen, you've got to be aggressive. Defensive linemen, you've got to be aggressive. Use your hands and slapping and things pushing. Defense and offensive linemen, get your feet, get your pass protection, get your power angle, okay, and get out there quickly and do exactly what the coaches told you earlier in the camp. Do that. But this is a drill that's a lot of people make it important. What I see out of it is toughness and aggressiveness and some athletic skills, and then just some lineman skills with their feet, using their feet. Those are important, but the toughness thing is really huge. And it's happened before, but last year I saw a high-profile player, a high-profile recruit in Ohio was in the lineman's drill, and I think he got surprised. But anyway, he got lit up. Okay, he got lit up, and I watched him as I do so often. He went back in the line and he let two guys pass him till he felt like going again. And his regular turn came up. He let guys pass him. To me, I don't care. That sets off a red flag when you do that. And I've seen it before. One time, Coach Tressel and I years ago were watching down at Ohio State camp, and it happened to the kid, and he let guys go by him. He said, "You don't want part of it." Well, I don't know whatever happened to him, but obviously lost some credibility. But those are important things. And I think when the camp's over, maybe shake hands with some guys and thank them, some coaches, and maybe your position coach, get a chance, thank them. And if you've met some new players, all new recruits along the way, maybe parting shot with those guys and say, see you in another camp, for the chance to be there, because it's huge. And I will tell you, camps are so important. They are so important. One-day camp. They've just got to see you. And now you do your homework. You see what the position coach, you think about him, what he's been like the whole time. Has he gotten, does he get upset? Does he get in your face? Does he pat you on the back? What kind of coach is he? Because he may not be the same guy that's trying to recruit you. He may have a different personality when it comes to this. So, check everything out. Check out facilities. Check out, listen, and see what people say. Because, you're going to make a decision. Some of 23s, you're going to make a decision soon. And you got to be ready to go. Thank you very much. I hope some of this has helped you out. And I've talked too long. Thank you and have a great day.